Hi everyone, welcome to the Crocheting, and today I'll be going through how I did Roselia. So I wanted to do Roselia because Valentine's Day is coming soon and I wanted to do something with roses but also related to Pokemon. So I thought that Roselia is the best fit for this. So how I did Roselia was actually I started off with the rose first to test out how I wanted the rose to look like. And for this rose, it is quite special because it is the first time I'm using Tunisian crochet. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right, but it is how we do a forward pass and a reverse pass such that the hook ends up at the same place that it started instead of the other side. So it's just yarning over, pulling it through, but not yarning over and pulling through the last loop, leaving one extra loop on the hook each stitch you make, such that when you go backwards in the reverse pass, you are able to get back to the same position as where you started, which is how we can make these petals. They seem to be individual petals that are sewn on together, but they are actually worked in one continuous round. After everything is crocheted, we just roll it up and sew it along as we roll. So you have to make sure that the bud is actually sewn very tightly, which I really didn't know when I did the first rows, which is the red one. But for the blue one, I managed to make sure that the bud is sewn very close to each other such that it will fade out nicely. And the tightness when you're rolling and sewing is to be looser and looser as you go outwards, such that it will form this nice rose shape. So I did the red and the blue rows separately with the same pattern, and after that I did the head. So it's a perfectly round shape, so we just use the perfect sphere formula, and I increased until multiples of 6 or 7 and another 6 rows of single crochet only and decreased again. So I worked it continuously. I didn't close off the circle. I continued on with the neck area so that I don't have to do so much sewing later on. So it also gives a very clean look. You don't have extra seams that you have to do. And I just did continuously and increased 3 stitches for each round until I get this shape. And for the shoulder section, I increased 6 stitches so that we can form a nice shoulder to create the 2 arms. So for the arms, it's also from the same piece over here. Is worked continuously. There's no seams over here. So I just skipped 6 stitches on each side, and I worked in rounds for the body to slowly increase to form this nice curvature which forms the bud over here. So for the front, actually I increased less stitches, and for the back I increased slightly more stitches. I think 1 extra increased stitch at the middle section and another extra increased stitch near the bottom. So it will form a nice flat front and nice body shape here. And for the legs, I just split the round into 2 and work continuously downwards and to make it a bit more pointy, I did another single crochet round of 6 stitches before ending off and weaving in the 6 stitches. So the side with the more increased rounds is the back of my Roselia. I've tried to put the cotton more towards the back area, and I actually did a small little knot at the top here, such that these 2 sections I'm able to join and form this back. It looks like a bud. right? It's so cute. And afterwards, I did the arms. I did 6 stitches all the way. Oh, and because the neck is so thin, I had to put wires in between such that it can be supported to stay upright, the head. If not, it will be just flopping here and there. And similarly for the arms, I also added wire reinforcements. I didn't even stuff the arms at all. I just put double-stranded wire through the rows, and I literally just stabbed it into the body and sewed the arms to the rows. Same thing for this side, for the blue rows as well. So afterwards, I actually did the crown first. So for the crown, it's just a basic sphere shape until the center of the sphere. And after that, over here, because I was working in spirals, I just continued on and did did some single crochet stitches over here to form a diagonal edge. And here I used the Tunisian crochet method again, so that I don't have to I can work in a continuous round without having to fasten off and then start a new section again with the triangle. So this is how it looks like when you're using the Tunisian crochet method to do a point. So I just did 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So because I can always go back to the starting point, I'm able to form this nice triangle. And I did a chain and went back down over here to create the next triangle. And if you use Tunisian crochet, the stitches all look like they are from the front side of the work, which really looks very nice, instead of working in rows where you have alternate wrong side of the stitches in front. So I actually sewed down with the back loops only, so that you can get a very nice clean look with the details of the triangle and things like this. Not sure if you can see it, but you can see that this is the back loop, this is the back loop, and this is the front loop, which is still exposed. So for the crown, there's also 3 identical thorns that I made. It's just a cone shape, it's a simple cone shape, but I changed the increase rounds to increase only 3 stitches for each round, so that we can get this nice cone shape. And I also started off with only 4 stitches in the magic ring instead of 6 stitches in the magic ring, which we normally do. So the next part, which was really fun, was actually making the chest leaf. So there was a yellow vein in the center, but the rest of it is green. So that was very challenging to make, because I had to think about how the leaves naturally were like. So the veins had to be outwards like this shape. So I started off with the yellow yarn to make single crochet foundation chains and double crochet foundation chains. So I started off with double crochet foundation chains, and after that I changed to single crochet foundation chains, and then I changed the color to the dark green color and continued on with single crochet foundation chains all the way back down. And I did a picket stitch over here to create this nice point. And after that I did single crochets, double crochets, treble crochets, then back to double crochet, and then single crochet again back to the top, and same backwards down, mirroring the other side exactly. So this will create the nice veins that really look like a leaf where it goes this way. So same for the shoulder leaves, is actually similar. I did it the same way, just that it is much smaller. So I just did a chain of maybe 6 stitches, and I worked in rounds to get this leaf shape. I only sewed the ends of the leaf onto the body because it just feels like it is supposed to be like this, you know, but even though the picture doesn't really show it, but this is how I imagined Roselia to be, with this as its clothing. Yep. Then afterwards, I actually did the embroidery of the eyes. So I haven't really done embroidery for a while because I was just so addicted with using felting to make the eyes. But for Roselia, her eyes are so much more appropriate to be embroidered on. So I did the black yarn. I used a black yarn to make a thicker eyelid like this. So it's a bit like an eyeliner look, but it's really up to you. And I used an embroidery thread. I used two strands of it to make the eyelashes and the mouth over here. So that's all. That's how I made Roselia, and I hope you found it interesting, such that it can give you some insight on how you can make your own patterns as well. So thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe if you like more crochet videos, and see you next time. Bye.